Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I've already done my base makeup the way that I usually do. If you want to know what that routine looks like, you can check out my last video. But sometimes I like to do videos where I've already done the base makeup. That way it's a little bit shorter. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a palette that I haven't tried yet. That's the Colourpop Bare Necessities Palette. And I actually got the kit that is the whole palette, and it comes with a brush set. The brush set, oh geez, is all of these brushes here. And they do come in a brush roll, but I use my Firma box for my brushes. So let me just kind of separate these so you guys can see. There are these three bigger brushes. These are face brushes, highlight, contour, powder. This one I don't use because it is super soft and it is Phoebe's brush. So I just brush her face. I don't want to put any makeup or product on it because she's 4 months old. She doesn't need that. Plus baby skin is very sensitive. So there's that brush, these two brushes. Hold on, I'm just putting them in the box. And then there are all of these brushes. Hopefully you can see them well enough. There's a hair there, sorry. Got some cool brushes, I like them. Some blending brushes. Oh, I have used these brushes already. There's an eyebrow brush. Is there a pencil brush? I don't see a pencil brush. But anyways, these are really handy, and I use them along with my Firma brushes because sometimes you can just never have enough brushes. All right, so I have those, and then this is the palette. It's got a little stuff on the front of it there. Okay, this is the palette. It comes in a cardboard container, but I've already gotten rid of it when I set up my makeup over in the corner there. So on the back are all of the shade names. The texture is kind of like a faux leather texture. It's really nice matte feeling. And then inside, let me just take this away. Here is the palette. So it's a neutral palette. I really like it. I think these are more the warm tones, and then they actually do have another one. I can't remember what it's called right offhand, but it is a cooler tone neutral palette. I really love this one. The look I'm going to be doing today is going to be very basic and simple. It's going to be like an everyday look. So for those of you who don't want to spend a load of time on your makeup, doing cut creases or things like that, or B, people who just would prefer a more natural look all the time, this would be a great palette for you. So I am going to I looked at some looks on Pinterest before I started to see if there was anything I wanted to copy, and they all pretty much looked the same. There wasn't really anything that kind of jumped out at me. So I think I'm gonna do like a basic smoky eye, probably. Some glitter more in the center, kind of like what I'm comfortable with. I would like to eventually get to the point where I can do more detailed looks. Some of the looks where they bring the liner up here and go into here. The problem is, like, with hooded eyes, I don't know how that would work, so I might try it out in one of my videos and let you guys know. But, they'll bring out an eyeliner here and carry it up into here. And, this might be empty space or it might be all colored. There's a lot of different things you can do, even cut creases, halo eyes, things like that. I think I've done a couple halos, but not with like concealer or anything. So little Miss Phoebe is over on her little boppy sleeping. And I should show you guys, we got her this little stuffed cup of coffee because I love coffee and she loves that thing. And we got a little pony and she's snuggling both of them over there, being such a good little girl. But anyways, So if you hear noises in the background, it's just my little monkey. Hi, baby. She woke up briefly. But anyways, let's get started. I think I'm gonna try to stick to the Colourpop brushes so you guys can kind of get an idea. You know, if you want to, maybe you don't have a set of brushes, maybe you're just kind of like breaking into it. Colourpop is a great option because they're fairly inexpensive. They release things all the time. They're not so great about restocking things that people really like. But what is nice about them is that there's like always something new, like almost every day. It's a little crazy. Some people hate it, some people love it, you know, it's up to you. But anyways, so I'm going to use this E15 brush from Colourpop. This came in the set that I bought. Now you can buy the palette separately or you can buy it as a set with the brushes. Oh no, did you drop your binky? Hi. I might have some cuts because I'm gonna have to go over and take care of this little one, but yeah, she's being good right now. She's sticking her tongue out at me. All right, so I'm gonna go into first. Let me take a look. I think I want to use the color In the Buff, and I'll show you that one here. It's the second one in on the very top row. It's called In the Buff. I think I'm going to start with that one on this brush, and I'm going to just put it all over my whole lid. I like to do that with more of these shades that kind of match my skin tone. Hi, baby. As a base for the rest of the eyeshadow I'm going to put on. Now, just in case you guys don't know, I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer for this. And then I used my, she's over there chatting away. Used my Tarte Shape Tape in 8B, Porcelain Beige, on the lower part of my eye. And then this Anastasia eye primer on the lid. Yeah. Oh, you're a good baby. Hi. She's so cute. Okay, anyways. I'm being distracted by an adorable little girl. So I'm going to put this all over my upper, and I'm going to do it on the lower, you know, underneath. But I'm going to do this on both eyes. Today has been a crazy day, let me tell you. I woke up, took care of the Phoebes, got her fed, changed, all that stuff. Ordered some groceries from Instacart, put all the groceries away. Hi. You are so cute. Yes, you are. Put all the groceries away, and then I surprised my husband. He doesn't know it yet because he's at work right now. But he really wanted apple cider, homemade apple cider. And I was like, babe, that's a lot of sugar. Probably not this time. But I got it for him anyways because I like to spoil him. So I made him, in the crock pot, homemade apple cider. Hold that thought. So now that I have that base, I think I need to twist this hair. It's in my face. And I can't find my headband anywhere. So anyways, I think I'm going to take this E17 brush from the set. And I'm going to find a transition shade. And I think the transition shade I want to use is this one called Hot Gossip. And that's this one right here. Third row down, first shade. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it in the crease. And while I do that, I'm going to tell you about the apple cider and the homemade chicken noodle soup that I also made. So if you have a crock pot, you can make your own homemade apple cider. It's really delicious. And you can kind of, I'm not really big on following recipes. I like to tweak things to my taste. but I will give you the basics of what we do, and you can always change it up. I actually changed the recipe that Jay originally had. So it is, you take an apple cider already, like a store-bought apple cider. This is the easiest way to do it anyways. I do about a gallon. A gallon can be a little bit much for my crock pot. It just depends on the size of your crock pot. It doesn't really matter, honestly, unless you're a stickler. But again, I like to do things to taste. So maybe you want a little more, maybe you want a little less. But we pour that inside the crock pot. Then I take 2 oranges, 2 big navel oranges, and I slice them up and I put those in there. Then we add cloves. I use whole cloves, and I use a little tea ball, you know, that you use for loose leaf tea. And I put that in there because I don't like my cloves to be all up in my apple cider. Jay likes his a lot more spicy. So I usually, when I bottle them up in mason jars at the end, I put all the cloves in his apple cider, and I usually leave a jar for me that doesn't have anything in it. But you put cloves in a tea ball, and then you also take some cinnamon sticks, whole cinnamon sticks. I usually do about 8 to 10 of them. Again, depends on how much you want. I do a whole tea ball of cloves for Jay. You could do less or more. You know, you kind of get the picture. The recipe originally calls for like 2 cups of brown sugar. That's so much sugar. There's already sugar in apple cider, apple juice. You could use apple juice as well if you wanted to, but the apple cider from the store usually already has some stuff going on with it, and it adds to the flavor. But I don't put the sugar in there. I leave it as it is. And actually Jay said he likes it better that way. So then you put some ginger in there. I just do like maybe a teaspoon of ginger powder and just kind of mix it all up. You can put fresh ginger in there. It'd probably be better. But that's just how I do it. Convenience for me is kind of king right now, especially with a little one who's hanging herself upside down. What are you doing? Phoebes. Hey. I need to go get her. Hold on one second. She has climbed her way out of her boppy and is hanging upside down. And she's about to start screaming because she don't like that. Okay, I'm back. If I look like I'm in a different spot, it's because I had to move everything to get out of here. So anyways, I have taken her boppy away so she cannot hang herself upside down off the back of it. But anyways, yeah, I hear you giggling. You silly girl. Hi. What was I saying? Apple cider? Yeah, so apple cider. Cloves, the ginger powder, fresh ginger would probably taste great. Yeah. So then you put that all in the crock pot and you leave it on low, or you could put it on high if you want it done sooner. But you just let it sit there for a few hours and it is delicious. It makes your whole house smell amazing. If you put it on low, I would say maybe leave it in there for 6 to 8 hours. If you do it on high, maybe like 3 to 4. And then we just bottle it in mason jars when we're all done, or you could put it in a different container if you have one. You know, whatever. Easy peasy, and it's delicious. The other thing I do is a homemade chicken noodle soup, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. Let's figure out what we're doing next. So we have the transition. I think I'm gonna do one of these sort of medium dark browns. Interesting. It looks like I dug into this one somehow at some point. I don't remember doing that, but anyways, I think the color I'm gonna use is, oh, I used that for my eyebrows the other day. That's right. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know. Probably velveteen? Probably gonna do velveteen. And then I'll probably go to something darker like this stiletto. Perhaps even bubbles. Bubble farming. If you guys play Guild Wars 2, you will know what a bubble is. But anyways, and then I might top it off with this Pricks Fix, if that's how you say it. I don't know how you say it. Pricks Fix. But yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of stick with this bottom row here. I may use Genie, not sure yet. And then Idle Hour up here will probably be the brow and the inner corner. So I think that's the direction I'm heading. Let's then start with Velveteen, and I'm gonna put it on the outer corners, maybe bring it into the crease. We'll kind of see what happens. Outer corners to the middle there. So anywho's, while we're working on that, let me see what brush I want to use. Colourpop brushes. Sorry. Maybe this one. So this is the E21 brush. Looks like this. We'll start with that. Okay. So for the chicken noodle soup, super easy recipe. We make it because it's easy. And when you are a new parent or you're just really busy and you don't have a whole lot of time, amazing recipe, super good for you, especially when you're sick. But you know, just in general. So what we do is we have an Instapot. If you don't have an Instapot, you can just use, you know, a pan on a stove. It'll just take a little longer. But essentially what you do is you take the following ingredients: shredded carrots, diced celery. You can just get regular celery and dice it yourself. But we get like the bag of shredded carrots from our local grocery store. And I think it's maybe like 2 cups of carrots or something like that. And you have about like 2 cups of celery once you chop it all up. Give or take some, again, to your taste. And then we use, it calls for chicken broth, but I like to use chicken stock. Because chicken stock, in my opinion, gives a better flavor and it has more nutrients in it. Chicken broth is more like the watered down kind of version. And then you get boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And I get 4 packs of 4 or 6, just depends. But they're usually about like yay big. And they usually have like anywhere from 6 to 4 chicken thighs in them. Skinless, boneless. You can do it without that, but you want to then debone them and skin them yourself. I tried that. It was a pain in the butt. So I just, again, convenience is key. So you do that. You need salt, pepper, and noodles. So we do pad thai rice noodles. And what you do is you put everything except the noodles in your Instapot. I do not very much salt at all, like a couple, that's it. I don't know how to measure that. Probably less than a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. And then I do about like 2 tablespoons of pepper, but that's because we love pepper. We like it very spicy. Again, season it to your taste. You put the shredded carrots, the diced celery, all of the chicken. You put your chicken stock. I usually get 3 of the Emerald's organic chicken stock. I think they're quarts, maybe, you know, in the boxes. You're just so chatty, huh? She wants to tell you all about her recipes too. But we get those. I put about 3 of them. Now make sure you don't overfill your pot. If you can't fit it all in there, you know, when you're cooking it, you can always add the chicken stock after. The reason I like to do that much chicken stock is because it makes the soup go last longer. Anyways, I'm taking this about to the middle and bringing it through the crease here, but not all the way to the end. Just kind of like this. I might have to blend this one out more because there's a little bit more on this side than I was hoping for, but that's okay. I'm gonna go back with this E17 and what did I use? In the Buff. and I'm just gonna kind of lighten this side a little bit. But anyways, you put all that stuff in the pot, the chicken, the salt, the pepper, celery, carrots, chicken stock, and turn on your Instapot to either meat stew or just pressure cook, and you cook it for 30 minutes. That makes sure that the chicken is all like falling apart. I'm going to take this brush, this is the E15, and I'm just going to blend the top of this out. But you cook all of that for 30 minutes. Just turn it on, walk away, leave it alone. When you come back, when it's all done, you know, you have to like release the valve, let all the steam come out, blah, 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 blah. If you have an Instapot, you know. If you're doing it on the stove, you cook it until your chicken starts to fall apart. That's when you know that it's ready. And once it's done, you can add the noodles. Again, we use pad thai noodles. You can use any kind of noodles you want. Maybe you want egg noodles, but we like the rice noodles because they're gluten-free. Add them in there. Add the rest of your stock if you didn't finish. Put the lid back on and just let it soak up all the juices. Your noodles will expand. Break up the chicken a little bit with your spoon, stirring it and stuff like that. And you're done. That's your dinner. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I just had some before I did this. But yeah, we love that recipe. It is fantastic. And hopefully you'll love it too. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with Stiletto. And I think I'm going to use... What brush do I want to use? I keep confusing the Colourpop brushes with my Firma brushes because the Colourpop and Firma brushes are the same color almost. You know, they look very similar. But trying to stick with the Colourpop brushes. I might use this E20, but it might not work. I don't know. We'll find out. So I'm going to go into Stiletto. This is a very dark color. I'm going to put it on the very edge here. And there is some fallout going on. I like this color. Oh my goodness. She's just over there giggling to herself. So there is, I'm going to bring this all the way in the crease. It looks a little patchy, I'll say. Not sure if that's just my eye, or maybe the primer, maybe the brush, maybe the eyeshadow, maybe I need to dab, I don't know. But just taking note. Anyways, so there's a little bit of fallout. It's not horrible, but it's there. And I'm just going to kind of dab this on here because I do want that like sparkle. There is some sparkle in here and it's pretty. Uh-oh. That wasn't a happy noise. Okay. So just doing this on the outer corner and bringing it in. And I'm trying to keep it thin. I don't want it like all over the place. When you get some fallout, it's good to take a fan brush and kind of brush it away. That way you're not like smearing it across. Now this did get a little bit under there, but it's not bad. Not like if you wiped it with your hand or something. Okay, I'm going to do the same to the other side, and I'm going to kind of try and blend this a little more because it is looking kind of patchy, and I'm not a fan of that. So here we go. Yeah, the week that Jay was homesick, I don't remember if I said something or if I even did a video then. Like, my brain really doesn't work. Pregnancy brain is a real thing, and apparently they say it lasts for up to 2 years. Goodness gracious. What happens to those poor women who have baby after baby? I wonder if their brain is ever the same. But anyways, I can't remember a whole lot, but Jay was sick with like a cold or something. I think I told you guys everyone in my family was sick. That week, I made that chicken noodle soup, and oh my god, it was so good. And I made it for like, I think 2 weeks straight because we just were not feeling good, and it definitely helped. So if you guys are under the weather, it's perfect, easy to do, and it's delicious. All right, so I'm going to take this brush. This is the E18, and I'm gonna try to like blend these edges a little bit. Oh, I wanted to mention as well about the soup. And it was like a cooking channel, makeup channel. But it's really important that you use the chicken thighs because they have a bit more fat and it adds the flavor. If you want to use chicken breasts or something else, I mean, you definitely can, but just know that it's not going to be as flavorful as chicken thighs. All right, taking the same brush into the buff, that's E17 brush I used earlier, and I'm going to kind of bring this in this corner. I'm just trying to, there's some patchiness going on here that I'm not liking. So I'm just trying to clean that up a bit. This is the E21 brush. I think I used this on Hot Gossip. Some fallout going on here. Okay. And I'm actually going to take this on the edges here. I'm going to go back into that Hot Gossip shade. That was the third row down. First shade on the left side of the palette there. I'm going to put it on the edges to sort of blend this out a little bit. Because these edges are looking harsh, and I'm not a fan of harsh edges or splotchiness. Try to get a really good blend. These seem to be blending fairly decent. Could just be my lighting, I don't know, maybe it looks different for you guys, but for me it looks okay. And I think, you know, this is kind of a really nice way to blend things, is like taking, you know, a shade up, like lighter or darker on the edge of a color. What's going on, baby? What's going on? But taking that on the edge will help you kind of blend it out. I've noticed. Maybe that's something everyone does. I don't know. What's going on, Monks? You want your toy? Alright. Hold on a second. She has dropped her binky and her toys. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry if the camera has moved again, but she's content right now. That's all that matters. Okay, so what were we doing? We did the dark, talking about blending. So I'm gonna take that tiny brush again, that E20, go back into Stiletto, and just try and clean up the splotchiness that's going on around here. And I'm just kind of dabbing it on where I see what kind of looks like a color void, I guess I would say. And it looks like, it's kind of unfortunate, but it looks like the glitter that looks very sparkly in the pan isn't really showing up very much on my eye. So if you're not really into glittery stuff, you know, don't be afraid to use it because it doesn't seem like it's that glittery anyways. Gotta find that brush I was using. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, just buffing this out on the ends. Make it nice and blended. I'm gonna blend right here too because it looks a little spotty. But there we go. Not too bad. I don't really want to mess with it too much more because I'm not going anywhere. If I was going somewhere, I might blend until my arm falls off, but not doing that today. Feel free to do so. But anyways, I'm gonna move on. I don't think I'm going to use Baubles. That was the darker one, just because I'm pretty satisfied with the color blend here. I do want to get a little bit, there we go. Now I'm going to take wet brush. Man, I kind of want to use this E3, but it's got pink all over it. And I do have my color swatch thing here, but I'm a little concerned that it's going to transfer. So please forgive me, but I think I'm going to use a different brush for this, unless I can find one that's going to work. Maybe I can use this one. So this is the L1. Try and stick to the Colourpop brushes. And I'm going to go into that one that was Idle Hour. That is that very light, kind of shimmery, I would say like very light champagne kind of color. I'm going to put it up here on the eyebrow bone and kind of blend it into what's going on over here. This is probably not the best brush for this, but you know, whatever. The other one has pink all over it, so this'll have to do. And I'm gonna do this. This color, just to take note, is very powdery. We're not necessarily powdery. How do I describe it? It's kind of like coming apart. It's very soft. That's what I would say. It's a very soft shadow. So I'm putting this on the brow bone and kind of blending it in with what's going on here. I'm going to put it on the inner corner as well, because I think it's pretty and will do really nicely on that inner corner. Okay. Now I want to do something here and along the lower lash line. So I think for the lower lash line, I'm going to go back to this little brush. This is the E20. And I'm going to go into Stiletto. I'm going to make sure to tap that off. And I'm going to put this underneath the lower lash line. Not all the way to the end, but just kind of stopping right here. I'm going to do the same to the other side. Uh-oh, monkey. Did you drop your bangs? What? What? You dropped your bangs? Hi, princess. Hi, beautiful. Hi. Hi. She's being silly. Okay, we'll bring that in here. Might have to stop in a minute and get her binky. Just cleaning this up a bit because it looks a little messy in my opinion. Okay, now what I want to put on the center, I could go for like a really gold color or more of the champagne, or there is kind of some like copper colors. So let me just show you this again. This is all the colors. I'm gonna make sure it's in the frame. So there are some cool like shimmery shades in here, and I'm not sure what I want to go with. I was thinking maybe this gold one called Genie, maybe Pix Fix or whatever that's supposed to say. The Talk, Designer Duds, not really sure. You know, I think I want to go with this one called Silk Teddy. I don't think I've ever really done a shade like this before. It's sort of like a tarnished silver looking, but you know, my hair is like sort of doing whatever it's doing. It's like blonde, silver, pink, purple, pastel unicorn going on. But I think that would maybe go a little better. So let me find, I think I'm going to do this E4. Looks like this. And I'm going to go into this shade, and I'm going to try it first with a brush, but it is a soft shade and it looks like it's almost kind of creamy. Don't know if it's going to work very well with this brush. If not, I can use my finger, but we'll find out. So, I mean, it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not the payoff I want. So put that away, and I'm just going to use my finger now. That is a much better payoff. I'm going to kind of drag it across and a little into that stiletto shade. So there we go. Make sure I get it all on that lid there. And I think that looks really pretty, actually. It's looking a bit more like a tannish champagne color than it did in the pan. Maybe that's just my eyes. I don't know. But just keep that in mind. It does come out a bit more of like a yellow, more like a gold. Gosh, I cannot speak. Anyways, so there's that. I think that might be everything. I need to do my eyebrows real quick. So they do have an eyebrow brush. This is the E6. Let me see if that'll focus for you. And I'm gonna do that shade. It's kind of hard to say because my hair is so different. This is looking very yellow and kind of brassy at this point. I need to reapply the purplish silver. I didn't use toner. I used color inside of conditioner, and it actually looked really nice when I first did it, but it's kind of washing out weird. So probably have to redo it. And I might have purple hair next time you see me. I don't know. But maybe I'll use this shade Banter. It's kind of like a more mauve-y color. Let's see how this works. If it works. And I usually just follow the shape of my eyebrow. I try not to, you know, deviate from that. And I just kind of fill it in. That's about it. I do like my little line here. So I will like pluck around here so that, you know, sometimes I get little hairs, but no, not much. I try not to change my eyebrow shape that much, except for like obviously cutting a strip right through it. It's definitely different than my normal eyebrow shape. But this is looking a little more like orangey than I had hoped, but it's fine. I gotta find the palette that I used to use for my eyebrows because I'm not really liking these colors that I've been using as a substitute. So there we go. Kind of just fill that in. I'm gonna take this spoolie. The Colourpop didn't come with a spoolie, so this is the Jeffree Star one. And I'm just brushing my eyebrow hairs up. Now, usually what I do with my eyebrows is I will brush them up and take these little baby scissors and I just like trim them because I don't want crazy hairs standing up. So I just trim them along the normal shape here. I'll just, oh man, that was close. I'll just show you what I do. Just kind of like this. You know, not too much, just so that they don't stand straight up over my eyebrows, you know, super bushy look. Not my favorite, but if it's yours, that's awesome. More power to you. Okay, so that's kind of it for the eyes. I'm gonna do liner and lashes. And then I will be back to show you the final look. I'm also going to use my Fix Plus spray. That is the Fix Plus Gold Light Spray. And you can see like all the stuff at the bottom here. You just kind of shake it up. There's a little ball in there. It's pretty noisy, so I try not to do it on camera. But yeah, and then you can see like how swirly it is. It's very pretty. I love it. Okay, so for my eyeliner, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeliner. This is a liquid eyeliner. This is a black liner. Doesn't give any further descriptors like shade or anything. Maybe it's just that's all they have. I don't know. And then for my lashes, I think I'm going to use this Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions mascara because I can't find any other mascara. And this seems to be the least dry out of all of them. I'm gonna have to get some more mascara because, yeah, mascara doesn't really last that long, and COVID kind of, you know, took over and I stopped using all my makeup and some of it's dried out. So yeah, there's that. And then for my lashes, I'm gonna use my Kiss 01 lashes. I'm going to use my Kiss Lash Glue. This is the Strip Lash Adhesive in clear. I'll do some gloss. Actually, before I do all that, let me do a quick like lip scrub. Kind of like what I did last time. Pull this, all this stuff out of here. Ah. My lips get so dry. This is the Kismet Buff Sugar Lip Scrub. That's what it looks like. I've just made a mess. And it's like straight up sugar. Give me a second. I need to find something to wipe this off with. Makeup wipes. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. All right, let me put this stuff back. I'm gonna do this jelly shot. Sorry about all the noise. This is the Smile Your Incredible Jelly Shot Lip Quencher. Hold on. Alexa, good night. Somebody's getting a little fussy. Hopefully she'll fall asleep. So, did that. Now I'm going to put this other stuff back. All right, I'm gonna do my eyes, and then I'm gonna use this. I can't help it. I love this, the Betty Boop and Ipsy lip gloss. Again, this shade is kind of custom because I've used so many other shades and put this over top, and it is just the perfect shade for me. So sorry about that. But anyways, let me go ahead and do that, and then I will be right back. All right, so this is with my lashes, liner, and lip gloss on. Now I'm gonna take the Fix Plus in the Gold Light and spray my face. And realize I don't have my fan, so I'm gonna have to use something. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, cool. I didn't get stuff on the bottom of my eyes like I usually do. So I think that's it. The only other thing I want to do, I was thinking about it, I have so many like little single eyeshadow pots that I got from Ipsy back when I had the subscription, that I don't really use. So I've got like this one from Lenny, I think it is, and it's called Byron Bay. It's a very pretty color. I would like to use this at some point. It's got this sort of like duochrome thing to it. It's very pretty. I have these little, like, this is a nude shimmer and contour eyeshadow palette from Oriza Beauty. Never used it before. Looks like this. So I just have like these little things laying around. Like, this is my Nomad Cosmetics. This is Champagne Reef single little eyeshadow. Anyway, so I have some of those. One that I would like to use is from Colored Rain. It's called Champagne Life, and I want to just put it on my finger and put it right in the center of the eye there. What monkeys? Hi. What are you doing? Why'd you drop your pinks? She needs a nap. Oh, why? Be right back. Okay, so someone is very tired and needs a nap, and so I'm gonna have to do this really quickly while I bounce her on my knee. So I'm gonna use this Champagne Life color, and I'm just gonna put it on the center of my eyes if I can do this while I bounce the baby. Hi, moms. This is not easy to do, but she seems pretty relaxed right now, so that's good. Let me see how that looks. Okay, I like that, so I'm gonna do it to the other side, but I need to switch legs. There you go, baby. Good girl. Okay, we're just putting this right on the center. And there we go. I think that just kind of adds like a little bit extra dimension to the look, and I got to use a shadow that I don't otherwise use. They kind of get put in a drawer and forgotten about, so just wanted to bring it out. And that is it for today's look. I will bring you in close when I'm all done, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you try out the apple cider and the chicken noodle soup. Let me know if you do and if you like it. And if you need me to give you the recipe, just put a comment, and I will try to write it out for you if that's easier. But otherwise, I'm not gonna do that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, and remember to take care of yourselves. It's very important. All right. Phoebes waves goodbye, even though you cannot see her. You could see her little hand. I don't want to put her on camera, so. All right, guys, take care. Mwah. Bye.